back into it here. We're back into the action. A little bit of a
Oh.
push up mid early on. ATK is not wasting any time taking the initiative. They are going to leave the B side completely vacant. And John, well, B is the destination for the Red Wolves. This is a bit of a tough spot here in the pistol round. Camera cleaned up 1 for 1. But now it's about holding on to the site. With 4 up. Should be a prime position, but positions still need to be executed upon. Swisher, playing a game of Battleship here, can't quite connect, but missed him. We'll draw first blood on this retake, and now they're getting a move on. They might still need to be that point person. They can't deal with the player back flat, but Mistum just killing everybody, and there we go. MOTM with the finishing blow. Good round for Mistum.
Yeah, great 3K from Mistum. Good utility usage well on the ATK side. That flashbang was very timely. And of course, Swisher with those dualies just spamming away, attracting attention from those tunnels. So ATK take their first. Talking more about Mistum, though, man, he was unbelievable in the playoffs last season. 281 frags, the IGL leading the squad in that category, and also had the most 3 kill plus rounds at 27. Just to give you an idea of what a flip around it was compared to the regular season for Mistum, he had more frags in 14 maps played than he did in 17 maps in the regular season. In fact, something along the lines of 40 around, a little less than that, but still more frags than he had in the regular season. So he is on a tear.
It was interesting as well talking to him at the end of that season, right? We got an interview and he talked about swapping some roles, particularly between Swisher and MOTM, to put both in situations where they suit it, right? MOTM, a bit more of a boundary pusher. Swisher, a little bit more in positions where communication is key, because Swisher is a very vocal player. And it seems like, just, you know, looking at the individual performance for Mistum, that the changes have made his job easier. In terms of the calling, and that's perhaps the biggest impact, and it's a bit more of an invisible one, but it's clearly helped elevate this team. That's a ripper of a shot from Locke. Odin was tagged, but Locke will finish him off. And this round could get interesting. Smoke down to slow it, at least, but a man advantage here. There's a lot to work with for Red Wolf. Beatty's got info. Oh, this is going to be huge. Camera will want to try and go through with it. MOTM playing a bit of an off angle. If he just gets peeked, it's a tough spot to clear because it's right eye, left eye. He's actually going to go first, and the shadow will give him away. Camera can't zero in the kill. Big find for MOTM is going to keep going very comfortable. They'll still try and funnel in. They've only got 25 seconds, so they kind of got to go. They're being bunched up. The utility is good. The lineup is better for MOTM. And now, bomb drop. It's looking like it might just be over. Fatality. 15 seconds, and he's going to go forth and die.
Yeah, good poise there from ATK. They do lose the first player in Bowden, but recover nicely, are patient, wait for the Red Wolves to come to them. And actually, well, in MOTM's case, he just peeks long doors and wins the duel. After that, the Red Wolves run out of time. They were kind of relying on that long push to come through in order to get up Cat with a little less pressure. But once that goes down, then they just have to force the issue with very little time left. And the result is obvious. ATK take themselves a second round. As we jump into round number 3, because the Red Wolves forced up in that previous one, they're just stuck onto pistols. Bowden already pushing up into the lower tunnels. He really does like getting aggressive here on Dust2, and he should be able to get a freebie, more than likely, for the opening frag in the round. And, well, he's going to have some trigger discipline. Maybe go for the knife. That could be ill-advised, and now he realizes it. Pulls on the MP9, gets the 2K, maybe a third on the docket, and indeed it is. 3K for Bowden, looking for a fourth now, but eventually going to fall off.
Oh, all right. Chasing, just a pinch. Sam getting this kill would make things real interesting. Get bomb. As it is. Don't know that Swisher wants to stick around in that fight. No. Yeah, no reason to make it too expensive. Beatty's coming in for the finishing blow, but going for a peek. MOTM will be ready for that one.
Yeah, no, just a great push from Bowden, right, into lower tunnels, realizing that Red Wolves are probably on a bit of a tough buy after forcing up in that previous round. Had the MP9 ready to farm the money, gets 3, that's $1,800 in his back pocket. Gets a little bit over-ambitious, let's say, going back into those upper tunnels, not having any information there, and does go down. But still, it doesn't matter. He made the money he had to, it paid for the gun, and he's on to the op.
Push up, Swisher. Getting active here. Gonna find Fatality early. That dropped a bomb as well. Do they want to try and hold on to this position? It's a tricky one. Especially with Sam here and lower, but they seem to be aware they're ready to clear, and, well, it will be a trade. It's still an advantage held onto for ATK. Never mind. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O. Big kill onto MOTM, and now a site potentially viable. Oh, there's a gap in that smoke. There's a big old gap in that smoke. Cross is hearing the reload. But the bomb's not over, and they know it. When this smoke fades, there's only one remaining at all for the Red Wolves. So this disjointed take led to serious gaps, serious problems, and Fade's going to capitalize.
That's the bomb. Yeah.
They can at least cross the bomb. They can at least plant it. Fade gets a little wild with it. Wanted to force the issue, and he did get one before being traded. The bomb's now down, and it's all on to Bowden and Locke.
And this damage is unconfirmed, Mike, so it was mostly done with the nade.
Well, he's opping, so it may not much matter how much damage is done, but Locke's got the positioning now, and... Oh, he doesn't check. He doesn't check. Would have had it from elevator. Towards Gandalf instead. There's a kid on Bowden. We better get a whole move on. He's got a pretty good idea. He knows exactly where it is. There's going to be the shot. Missed!
Oh!
Bowden can't connect! And that's Locke stepping away with a round!
Okay, that's ATK, a bit of a misstep, I would say. Fady got a little over-ambitious with his peak. I guess he wanted to try and shut down the take before it happened, but had he just waited for Bowden to get into a better position with the op, then probably could have gone a little bit better. The thing is, the reason I mentioned the damage being unconfirmed is that Bowden might have opted to pick up a rifle off the ground, right? If he knew that there's only 30 HP left, maybe he would have pulled out the pistol or just tried to tap him away. He spots out the barrel of the gun, though. So for me, with that information gained, he could have tapped the bomb, baited out the peak, and known exactly where to look, and it probably would have been an easier frag. But instead, he goes for the shot, misses, and that was his undoing. Now, pushing up has missed him, and he almost gets fatality with one shot from the Deagle, and will finish him off now. That's an upgrade immediately. He's probably going to try for that upper control, gets the information, and look at this aggression coming through from ATK again towards mid. 3 players pushing up, one all the way towards top mid. That is MOTM.
I think the word we're looking for is disrespect is being shown right now. In a big way, just the USB. Yeah, that's not going to work for both Master. Good try on that. Swisher dealt with. The bomb should be going down. Well, it might just be worth saving Mistim's Galil. I mean, it is just a Galil, and they've got plenty of money to buy into the next, but it has no sense throwing away guns.
I think they're going to go for it.
Okay. Okay, Fady! Ripping shots with that dig. He's looking for more. Should be able to get it, but they're making this very expensive. The USP might just be about trying to keep them here. MOTM wants the fight. That's not going to happen.
I'm surprised the Galil didn't get in the mix more there, but Fady gets a couple of nice deagle shots, and I mean, when things are going like that, if you're ATK, there's always that sense of Red Wolves being vulnerable. When the round ends like that, it should have been a clean 3 frags, probably. Maybe 1 goes down a Red Wolves maximum, but once you get 2, the Red Wolves still don't have much of a comfort zone to fall back on because those 2-round victories were very hard fought. So, ATK will be back on their buy-up now, and Bowden, I mean, look, he loves to do this, and he's doing it once more, pushing down mid with the op in his hands and gaining so much intel for his squad.
This is their favorite thing in the world. They have conceded long control, though. But look at this information. This is not generally the position you want an AWP in.
No.
Right? Freewheeling it, free balling it right in towards mid. He's going to find one here. Oh, they nearly line up for the collapse.
And he sees the second.
How unusual is it to see an op have to actually duck towards top mid from the CT side to duck the shot? It's a double man advantage. It's worked out beautifully. Bowden Master gone searching, and he found... Now Red Wolves, how do you try and retain here? Giving you enough smokes, that's a problem. Fatality just walks back into the firing range. I mean, it's basically a graveyard there and lower at this point. Okay, here's an angle for Camro. There's a kill for Camro. Using Bowden Master's op. And it's connecting. But Master of the op himself coming back in. Oh, Swisher snatched that. Would have been Bowden's otherwise. Now what are you going to do? Got it, and...
1 frag to speak up for the Red Wolves, but that was That was a tough one, and that's the thing with ATK. They're going to play you aggressively, especially if they feel like they have the advantage, which in this case, yeah, I mean, on paper, they definitely do. So Bowden is going to keep pushing, getting in their face. If it's not him, probably MOTM, going to get down mid, and until they get shut down, there's no reason for them to stop, and Red Wolves still have not had an answer, and in fact, this round might not be the one they find an answer in either, because they just have the pistols coming out. It's going to be 3 Deagles, Speed 50, and the Tech 9 fast play down long. Bowden spots it out, throws a flash, and he's trying to retreat here.
Yeah, back on the corner. That's what he's looking for. Meanwhile, Swisher says, okay, if there's heavy presence out long, I bet I could take mid. And he's right. No mercy. No patience being in the ATK squad. That shot's missed. MOTM trying to readjust. They know a player's slipped into the pit.
Nice shot.
Don't want to take this long engagement. That was from lower. That's going to be a gun, and now major pressure onto the A players because now if the defense puts catwalk. Okay, dealt with immediately. Never mind.
Jeez.
Immediate rally, immediate answer. No concern.
Yeah. I mean, none at all. ATK look really comfortable at this point. Lots of noise being made by Fatality and Locke. Fady's going to get one for sure. There's the bomb delivered right at his feet, and Locke is in a rock in a hard place, and there's not much he can do.
Goodbye! ATK have now stabilized. They got the double up. They've got all the guns up. They've got some bank to spare. I mean, this is what we saw last night as well, right? It took a little bit longer, but Team 1, the more experienced team, once the guns settled in, we're good. We're ready to roll. We're set to cruise at that point. It feels like ATK may be hitting that point. Red Wolves are reeling, but another buy here means another chance to regain. It seems like they're going to try and establish some early long control. It's going to be fought this time.
Yeah.
Heavy fight. Molotov down. Good damage being done, but MOTM is tagged up. And Smokes here provides some cover. MOTM's not going to be cowed. He will suffer the penalty. What, Swisher? You madman. Slipped through the smoke. He's sticking around even, trying to get in towards pit. He's a lunatic.
I mean, when you got Bowden setting up with flashes like that, you got to try for it.
Look at Fady. Is Fatality going to check this? He's got to, right? I think he's just missed it.
There's the bomb.
Should get this kill eventually. Should Fatality, because Fady has no idea he's there. And indeed it is. So Fatality at least gets his first kill on the board, but control is going to be a different ask. Get back into this round. Getting tagged down from bottom mid, and he's gone.
Just a bit tough there towards long. Swisher, even though Red Wolves get the opening frag, Swisher with that flashbang thrown by Bowden goes confidently through it, gets himself a 2K, and after that the Red Wolves really are neutered. There's nothing more they could bring into the round. It's 6-2 in favor of ATK. Speaking of flash stats, I mean, Bowden actually took a bit of a step back. Maybe that's part of the adjustment that Mistim made, because Mistim is the one throwing the majority of the utility, especially in those playoffs. 1.02 flashes thrown per round, but Bowden right behind him at 0.82 flashes per round and 0.09 flash assists per round. You can see why. Flashes like that, and Fady's going to get another 2 frags here, make it a 3-piece. Makes it look easy. Sam does get a response, but a 4v2 in favor of ATK, and now 4v1.
What do? You got to come through. You got to come through the doors. Now you're stuck. You can't go back. There's players behind you. Can't go in front. Bowden almost got a call out on his teammate. I think he actually did hit Swisher. Just didn't matter. But, John. It's been brutal. ATK have no fear right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for them to.
No, certainly not. This is now 4 rounds in a row?
I believe so. Yes, that's correct. 4 rounds in a row.
That's just building. Bowden's got nearly 11K. Just chilling. Gathering value. Hope he didn't put in crypto.
Those poor crypto investors.
I'm convinced I caused this crash, Sean.
How's that, Mike?
I hit a tiny amount of Ethereum. Just a small amount, not much. Pittance. Okay. And I sold it Monday night. Then the crash started. So, I'm just saying, it's an awful coinky-dink. Well, I closed my tiny position, and then suddenly the market crashed.
You were the tipping point, Mike. You were why everyone sold.
Could be. Could be. He said, "Ah, Darth Mike guy's getting out. Crash the market
I
real
mean,
quick."
Yeah. I think I had a little bit a while ago invested. I sold it like really quickly. I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't do this.
Says the guy who collects major stickers.
Hey, look,
As a
that's
future
completely
investment.
different. That's completely different. People
Uh-huh.
actually put those and use them on their weapon skins. We won't get into this. Look, MOTM's about to fight here towards long. Let's talk about that.
Oh! Collect! MOTM's got one. Flashbang in effect. Swisher swings back in. His Nick actually gets a kill, which is interesting. Camero can make something happen here. He won't, but he could have, John. He could have.
He could have, yes.
And now, it's just, I mean, this is just, I don't know that we're allowed to show this on Twitch.
This might violate the terms of service.
In terms of human decency, at least, this is a bit of massacre for now 5 rounds in a row.
Look, I mean, yeah, I don't want to be mean, but it's not surprising. There's a lot of promise on this Red Wolves roster. I don't want to like slam them into the ground too much, but there's just a huge gap. And I mean, talking about it a little bit more, the gap from Advanced to ECL is intense because in Advanced, you're just playing BO1s in the regular season, but in ECL, it's BO3 after BO3 after BO3. It's a pretty huge difference, and of course your map pool has to expand, and when you're in Advanced, you're usually playing only 5 maps max, and there's only a couple that you need to really be good on.
Yeah, and a reminder, this is the Red Wolves map pick, which makes it a little bit more dire. We're getting a B hit from mid. We haven't gotten this in a while, or at all, actually. Missed him, though. Will completely deny. They got to the door. They were knocking on it. Now they're going to get tossed right out of the club. So the thing about what the Red Wolves are trying to do here, the thing that makes this so definitely difficult is, you and I have talked about this on broadcast before, but we'll reiterate here. There's several gulfs in competition when you're talking about the move up from the Advanced to the ECL level, right? First is just the gulf between Advanced and ECL. You've highlighted it there, best of 3s instead of best of 1s, more developed map pool, much tougher competition. Then there's a massive gulf from the bottom rungs of ECL to the middle rungs of ECL. And then an even bigger one from the middle rungs of ECL to the top end of ECL. And right now, Red Wolves are playing against the top end of ECL. So they have done some gulf jumping, and they're finding out just how deep that gap might be.
Yeah, I think of all the move-up teams, they could have a decent chance of performing against the mid-tier of ECL squads, but this is a different story right now against ATK, and Bona's just having a party towards mid again. 2 more frags to his name, making it look easy. Missed him, gets a headshot on Hunter, and I mean, there's just nothing at all that the Red Wolves have done that's even been remotely threatening.
No. And I mean, another aspect of this is we talk about Counter-Strike being a mental game, right? It is such a mental game. And as soon as you believe that you are just better than your opponent, and your opponent believes that you are just better than them, it's really tough to get out of that rut, especially for an inexperienced roster. It sounds hokey to say it's a mindset, but it can genuinely be. It's why you see teams at the top level who will just never say quit, whereas other times you see teams who collapse at the first sign of adversity. It's a lot of a mental game. And here we got the push up lower, which is the, hey, we're just going to kill you all immediately push. And it's going to work out pretty dang well. Sam at least gets a party gift. At this point, damage doesn't matter for naught. A 1v2 now on deck. This is more viable. Minute 28. They've completely given him path towards B. He's not going to know it. But he could just leave here. If he reads this back in towards mid, he's a dead man, though. So he's pressing forward, and he doesn't know it. Uh-oh. The Sharks. They're circling. In comes the Swisher, and down goes the Sam.
I mean, there's the risk with being so loose with your play and pushing up is that you can get punished. The thing is, Locke not up to the task of getting more than 2 there. Thought he might be able to get Swisher, but Swisher was just too quick for him. An 11th round picked up by ATK. Oh boy. Going to be a connection there from Bowden on to Fatality, take him down to 19 HP. And ATK, they continue to push up. No respect at all being shown on their side. Fady's already peeking into lower double, but off top. tosses a Molotov on through it. MOTM says, hello, Fatality. How you doing? I'm already in your spawn, and I'm going to take you down to the ground. Flashbang going to get thrown here. And it's just all Swisher's got a freebie.
Yeah. Well, they can't even see players. They're just being pushed upon. It's just a W hold right now. An update on our B stream game. 13-1 over there, as the Nouns are doing much the same as what we're watching here to the Magic School Bus.
Look, it's going to be a rough start to the season for the move-up teams. It's always like this. I think that we'll probably only see what they're really capable of mid-season. And I said at the beginning, Mike, pre-game, Red Wolves' schedule is the worst of all the move-up teams going up against the 2 grand finalists from last season. He's going to get 2. MOTM racking up another 3, and that is the half as we head to a break.
Well, folks, this could be a quick one. Saw someone in chat, John was pointing out, asking if there'd been a bomb plant in that first half.
Yeah.
There was one. in the pistol round. That was it.
Oh,
Locke. Kills on in, and here we go. All right, pistol round looking good this time around. Don't think Bowden's going to be able to flip in, but he's going to try. Oh, my goodness, Bowden. Oh,
okay.
my goodness. That almost got weird.
I mean, Locke with the first 4K of the season for the Red Wolves. As far as I'm aware, that's pretty well done on a pistol round, but still, nice headshots found. And ATK getting caught off guard, so credit to the the Red Wolves for getting in their faces and finding a round here. It's been few and far between. In fact, when they did get their rounds in the first half, it was in the opening moments, but Bowden's gonna pop off for 2. Fatality and Hunter go by the wayside towards mid. Camro's tempting fate by even peeking after what Bowden just did to his teammates, but he decides to have a look, and Sam is actually going to take down Mistim. 4v3, and the B side has been taken. ATK needs to get in there a little bit faster, unless the idea is to bait all the attention towards B and rotate back towards the A site, which wouldn't be a bad idea either.
They're so spread. This is insane. They've now smoked doors, and they don't intend to go B.
It's so smart.
It is, but I almost feel like the call here was, hey, do you think we can get away with this?
Probably.
Oh, Swisher's planning open. He's just been spotted. He knows it. That nade's going to kill him. Airstrike. All right. Getting called back over. Bowden tagging one through. Now Fady activates through the doors, and it's all on Camro. But Camro knows they're not close. He's just going to stick. Oh.
You can't even get there.
Fady catches him before he can slip away. Might have had a chance on the defuse, but as it is, ATK shut him down. It's a Red Wolves pistol round will be isolated, and I'm going to go ahead and call it. I think that's it. Prove me wrong, Red Wolves.
Perhaps so. I mean, look, what do? Bowden in the first 10 seconds of the round pops down into dark, gets one, and then a second through the door as the Red Wolves were trying to fight him and trying to face. But you don't want to fight Bowden in that position when he's got a sniper rifle in his hands, and they learned that the hard way. And even a third one, wow, just on the cross. They couldn't even get back to the bomb site. So,
Missed him. Chief of the MP5 faith. Loves that MP5, man.
Has he started using it in the playoffs? I didn't see him use it before.
Oh, yeah. No, he reliably buys up an MP5.
Fair enough.
He loves that thing.
Does he have a nice skin for it or something, too?
I don't know. I think it's just the silencer. And the tight spray pattern. It does have a very tight spray pattern.
It is, yeah.
It does feel nice to use.
It does less damage, though, than the MP7. So.
Yeah, and it's less of a jump around corners gun, which personally is how I like to deploy my SMGs. But no one should model themselves on my playstyle. Sam has been tagged low. Swisher wants to get activated here from Catwalk a little bit. That's also going to set up. Missed him getting activated, clearing in towards lower. Ooh. Molotov down. There is the stack here, so there's the possibility that things get a little weird. They're still going to have to be nutty with the pistols, and right now, Mist just lines up too. Yeah, he'll get traded, but he found the information, he found the damages. Wow, they're going to try and nade, but that's more desperation than anything else. Calm down. Ooh, elevator hop, effective. Hunter gets a kill. Let's go. Do we have a round? No, we don't.
I like how you already decided that, Mike, before the round's even over.
I did. He's got no kit. He's got no chance. There's no getting away. Map point found for ATK.
I mean, you almost got another one there, so yeah. But yeah, indeed, map point, 12 opportunities, count them, for ATK to close this one out. And I don't even know if it's going to take more than one, Mike, because Red Wolves do not have that good of an economy. Couple of MP9s, the Swag 7 coming up for Hunter. A little difficult to deploy that on Dust2. Maybe mid doors to try and deny a push into the tunnels as well, but it's going to be tough.
All right. Nice shot from Locke. Moral victories might be what they need here because, well, the real ones are going to be few and far between. All right, style points, the objective right now. They've even left the bomb in spawn. They're just deathmatching right now. That's a good flick for Sam. But they're coming hunting. 8 on, damage on, and how many more of those flicks does he have? Not enough. That's going to be the game, folks. ATK take map number 1 to move up in this best of 3.